Wow, I cannot believe that this day has come. Never would I ever have thought that I would be sitting here to think about the 10 years that I've spent on YouTube. Today is a really important day in my life because the first video that I ever uploaded on YouTube happened today, 10 years ago. I was 14 years old when I decided that I wanted to make a documentary about my 8th grade class before we went off to high school. And that video has opened up countless opportunities for me throughout the last 10 years. So I wanted to make a video to kind of talk about why I made that video, where that video has gotten me in my life, what was going on during that time in my life, as well as just watch the video and react to it because I haven't seen the video in a really long time, and so I thought that it would be really fun to watch that video and share my reaction as a 24-year-old looking back at my 8th grade year. So first and foremost, I want to talk to you guys about what was going on in my life during that time, just before I decided to film that video. So when I was in the summer before I was in 7th grade, my family moved from Houston, Texas, where I had so many friends. I was so happy. Everything was just absolutely wonderful in my life there, to Florida. And before we had moved to Houston, we had lived in the same town in Florida, so I wasn't completely the new girl, but I had been in Houston for 3 or 4 years, so I was definitely, meeting new people when I came back. I went back to the same private school that I had been at before we moved to Houston. I was in 2nd and 3rd grade there, so I came back for 7th grade, and I was just relentlessly bullied that entire year. I mean, so much so I came home and told my mom that I wasn't going back to school, and this is something that I haven't shared with a lot of people, but I told her I didn't want to live anymore if this is how my life was going to be. I mean, the bullying was just so bad, and I felt like I did everything that I could to make the situation better. So after begging my mom to go to public school, join the local Pop Warner cheerleading team, I made so many amazing friends. They even elected me homecoming queen that year, which just really solidified that I had a solid group of friends that just really accepted me and loved me. And that kind of kicked off my year. Like, 8th grade was like the year that everything was good again in my life. I felt like I could finally just catch my breath. But not only that, I could be myself. And so one day I decided that I was gonna ask my mom to get my belly button pierced. She said, "Well, I think I might have a better idea for you." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she said, "Well, you can choose between these two things. You can get your belly button pierced, or we will get you an iMac desktop computer." And I was like, well, obviously the computer, like, who cares about a belly button ring at that point? And so my stepdad and I went to Best Buy and picked up the computer. And that night I had never used a Mac before, so this was really different. I was trying to teach myself how to use it. I was going through all of the applications, and I stumbled upon iMovie. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. You can make a movie on this thing. And I was really into musical theater, and growing up, I always wanted to be an actress. And so I thought, why not start editing these videos together? I have some videos of my friends that, you know, I had a camera and I just loved filming everything that my friends and I were always doing. I'd take my camera to football games where I was cheerleading. I would take my camera to the mall with my friends. I'd take it to sleepovers and we just basically vlog. I started to import footage from my camera, the video footage, and I got this idea of, I've had such an amazing year. I've met some of the most incredible people, and I want to do something for them because they have all done something for me. They have made me feel so welcome. Just, I don't know, I just felt really accepted and it made me emotional. And I was like, I need to make a documentary about this. And so I started to edit the clips together and I realized, okay, we need an interview portion. And so I started to bring my camera to school. And I told all my friends that I was working on this documentary project. I was gonna premiere it the last week of school. I put myself on a deadline. Like, I didn't know that I was full on in production mode when I was 14, but I had a storyline, I had a vision, I had a production timeline, I had questions that I wanted answered by my 8th grade class. I wanted to basically make a time capsule so we could look back in 10 years and see what we were thinking, how we were acting, our ideas, you know, what we would be like when we would grow up. And it just was the perfect passion project for me to work on. And little did I know that it would change my life and lead me on this really amazing path. It's amazing that this video has taught me to put together a creative storyline, edit it together, double check everything. I mean, my spelling is totally off in some things in this video, but that's okay. My spelling is still off now and I'm 24, so it's just not one of my strong suits, even though I was an English major. So when I was editing this video, I would sit down after school and I would edit for like 4 to 6 hours at a time. I'd get this amazing idea or storyline or like metaphor really for a 30-second clip, and I'd sit there and edit it and edit it and edit it and cut it and put it together and rewatch it. And I would do this until it was absolutely perfect. I would edit until clips gave me goosebumps and nearly brought tears to my eyes. And that's when I knew that it made the cut in the video. So I owe all of you guys that were a part of this video a huge thank you. You let me annoy you guys running around with my camera at lunch, in art class, in PE, in the hallways, before school, after school. I mean, you guys are just rock stars and the stars of this show. You know, the fact that I put this video out and everybody was so supportive, no one ever judged me for this video. Coming from being severely bullied to really putting myself out there, wearing my emotions on my sleeves. I mean, this could have gone really wrong. Like, you guys could have torn me apart for just being different and being a little weird, honestly. Just thank you guys so much for giving me this opportunity. It's been the honor of my life to take us at such an important time in our lives and capture that. So truly, thank you. I also want to talk to you guys about the day that I premiered this. My good friend Shelby Thomas was having an end of the year party and she insisted that I premiere my video at her party. And pretty much everybody that was at the party was in the video, so this worked out really well. There was maybe like 30 or 40 of us there. I just remember it was a lot, and we all went up to her bedroom. We were at a pool party for the end of the 8th grade year, and her bedroom was huge, and we all piled into her room, and she had this huge TV in her room, and I had burned it onto a DVD, and we put it into her DVD player, and we watched it, and I watched 14-year-olds get so excited one moment, and one moment they were crying, and the other moment they were like just so into the video, and then another moment they were like, Emily, you spelled the word favorite wrong, and I was like, I know, ha ha ha. And one moment like someone was embarrassed, but like everyone was hugging them. Like, it just, was a moment that brought all of us together. So, yeah, that was amazing. Like, I feel like my friends threw me a premiere party, and looking back, that also, I mean, it's just the level of support that I've received from all of you guys is incredible. So this video is dedicated to you. I'm gonna shut up now, and let's roll this video one more time.
I've been videotaping you guys. Out here in California, someday I'll find my way. Think twice and let it sink in, like you know with a photograph that makes you.
I loved painting myself as the crazy new friend. I don't know why, but sorry, this video might make me cry. A lot of good memories. That was actually in the limo scene. That was the day that I met one of my very best friends, Kaylin. That was the first day that I met her. So her and I have been friends for a really long time. Art class. Jerk. Look at that cell phone. Oh my god. Simple times. Aw. My first long boyfriend. Gosh. That was the moment that me and my friend Drew and Shelby all found out that we made the cheerleading team in high school after a long, stressful week of tryouts. Oh my god, that moment was so great.
At the sounds of the morning, the sound so alarming to hear. Maybe life is not so bad another time. Let's get weird! What's your favorite 8th grade memory?
I don't have one. I hate 8th grade.
My favorite 8th grade memory is going to Miss Gallo's classroom and pause. It's awesome.
Vlogging.
Memories of Mackenzie's face. Probably Mr. I5. Crazy. Maybe the Busch Gardens field trip.
Really?
Nice birthday party.
Why?
Notebook paper. True. Notebook paper. Yeah.
What the heck is the notebook paper thing? Can someone explain?
It was notebook paper. Austin and Stephen Pike.
Busch Gardens.
Yeah, that was fun. Just like this.
Alright, and what's one thing you regret not doing?
I like turtles. Cussing out Miss Rain.
She was so mean.
I regret not loving Erica.
Okay.
Walden?
Cheating and Dr. Boswell's class and getting caught. Going underneath
Jumping off the top of the roof.
One thing you regret.
That you regret doing.
Throwing stuff
Having sex with each other.
Anthony.
I don't know. I've been a good girl this year.
I regret punching Sammy.
Laughing Taylor right at his butt.
Who were the friends that you hung out most with this year?
I kind of hang out with everybody. Anna and Ashton and Jessica and you and you.
Buddy Smith, Jesse Midyet, Brandon Torres, and Jesse Terrell.
Saints are
Went to
cool.
the Super Bowl that year.
They won.
Duh.
Saints.
Why?
Because Reggie Bush.
freaking hot. I know.
Oh, definitely the
Colts.
Saints. Because they won.
Reggie Bush.
Colts. Colts.
Definitely Colts.
No,
Look at that.
that's why we wanted the Super Bowl.
So what are you going to miss the most about middle school?
Nothing.
Be able to see me anymore. I'm going to Father Lopez. I love you all. Goodbye.
Right.
Yeah, I'm with Steven.
The people.
being with CJ and Geronimo.
All the people, because it's never gonna be the same. It's all gonna be different.
You're my friends.
It's just smaller. It's smaller.
Yeah.
And you can get lost actually.
All my friends, pretty much, you know.
I'm gonna miss Alex because I'm not going to Creek.
Yeah, he's just
True.
I don't know, it's just small.
What do you think high school is gonna be like?
It's gonna be scary at first.
Like
High school's gonna be off the chisel.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
fun.
Skittles!
I'm gonna get thrown in a trash can.
Edit.
Box that.
Fun.
School.
Are you scared for high school?
No. Dad.
Oh.
Mhm.
I'm not terrified. Like, I don't have nightmares.
I was so nervous.
Why? What's the name of your rocket in Mr. I's class?
Can't tell you.
Mine rocket was Little Wayne.
I think it was Do Work Son.
Brian.
Aquafina.
DMTH. Red Rock.
We had a project where we made rockets in science class, just like little paper rockets, and it was a big deal. And everybody named their rocket something funny, inappropriate, sexual. It just was a thing.
Blasphemy. The name is Star Heavenly.
Columbia. Not an awesome rocket of scientificalness.
My rocket is a disco stick.
I didn't know what a disco stick was in 8th grade. I thought it was like a sparkly cane or something. I didn't. That was when Lady Gaga was really big. Okay, guys, I didn't know what it was.
What is your favorite thing that you own?
Probably my surfboard.
Really?
My house. My house. My Xbox. My pet.
Could it just be my makeup?
My loving family.
My phone. Okay, so who is your favorite teacher this year?
Nelson!
Woo!
Miss Turner. Mr. Lita.
Mr. Nelson, the art one, not the history. Mr. Right. Mr. Nelson.
Mr. Nelson! Mr. Bogdanov.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Football player. Anthropologist. America's Next Top Model.
A makeup artist.
You're going to be a
Doctor.
Rich.
It's so funny because I don't think anybody went on to be any of those things that they said. They all went on to be something greater, just FYI, but I think that's so funny.
What's the best song of this year?
You're Jane.
Although it turns out, I don't know, but I like this one. They're really cute.
No, probably like all the Wayne songs.
You're a jerk.
Okay.
Anything by Lil Wayne. Baby by Justin Bieber.
Have you ever been in love?
I don't think so.
So funny because the girl who said I don't think so ended up marrying her boyfriend from 6th grade.
I like turtles.
Yes, we have. I'm not answering that.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there. Ludacris going in on the verse, cause I never been defeated and I won't stop now.
Mermaid.
I never went nowhere. What they saying, Luda's back. Blame it on that contour. The hood call it Luda yak. And I'm on this foolish track, so I spit my foolish flow. My hands go up and down like strippers.
Stayed on my shirt before Facetune.
Like a million virgins. Last time on a college remix, now I'm on the original version. Can't never count me out. Y'all better count me in. Got 20 bank accounts. Accountants count me in. Make millions every year. The South's champion. Cause all I
That
do
picture is so funny.
all I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my
Aw, Brian, him and I are still really close friends. Him and I have been friends now for 12 years. Crazy.
mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. my low low. Head on a swivel, you know serving me's a no-no. Clean as a whistle as I pull out in my Rolls Royce.
So funny. So that's Chris on the left with the striped beanie on, and him and I work together kind of now, just on video content. Him and I have actually been friends since we were in first grade. So funny, full circle. He's a beard now. Buddy.
Dirty money, bitch, you better get your mud right. We come together holding hands and holler good life. We all strapping all black, it's like Bud Light. All it's true is you riding the what?
That's me. Picture me writing raps in 8th grade on the way to our 8th grade field trip, which we went to DC, and yeah, it was like a 15-hour drive or something like that. On this, we took all these big buses, and I was just sitting there playing Mad Libs and writing raps the entire time.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get it up.
That was the cheerleading team that I was on.
Everybody hands go up, and they stay there, and they say yeah.
Supporting local basketball. We were the Cougars.
Cause all I do is win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Heat in the kitchen, hot on the stove, water getting.
That was the day that we all wore our cheerleading uniforms for high school. That was everybody that had made either the junior varsity or varsity team in high school, and we had this day where we all celebrated by wearing our uniforms, and man, I just felt like hot shit that day. Like, I was so happy all day long. Like, this has, at that point in my life, all I had wanted was to be a high school cheerleader. So this was a really big deal. And I went on to make captain, so.
Oh, dope being sold, Snoopy in the hookie, system overload. I've been running this rap game since I was 20 years old. I hung with the worst of them.
There's homecoming queen.
Toss 'em up, toss 'em up, harder way, close 'em up. Pardon me, I'm bossing up.
First game. God, I was so scared.
We like the
High school.
in the 80s. Back to back, set a track, hit the lick, get it back, get the trick, jump the track, bitch, I won't.
Oh, that photo was us at the spring game. So we were still in 8th grade, but we did the first practice game. It was the spring game, and that was us cheering there. So that was a really big deal. I remember being so nervous. The ending to this video is my favorite, so let's keep going.
I like turtles. Whose yearbook are you signing?
Stephen Brown.
That was just the perfect way to end it. So after this video was made, I was contacted by one of my friends, Austin, who wanted to film a video for our good friend Eugene, who is moving to Miami. And from then on, I was like, oh, this is a thing. This is like a thing that I do. I create videos that have meaning and make people feel something, so much so I have people asking me to create videos for them. And so I ended up, from that moment, crashing this girl named Megan Decker's 14th birthday party to get interviews, because I wanted to do the same kind of video format that I did for this video. I ended up crashing her birthday party. I wasn't invited to it, but everybody else was. So, and it was down the street. So I told my parents, it's like, oh, she'll never know that I'm not invited. I'll just go. It'll be fine. And sure enough, it was totally fine. No one knew that I wasn't supposed to be there. Walked in, everyone was there that I needed to interview. And so I was pulling them into her bedroom at her birthday party to interview people for Eugene's going away video. that I was gonna premiere at my other friend's party, and I think I had like a week timeline to put it all together. So I was like, I'm on deadline. I have to do this, 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 this. I was so disciplined. And that was the day that I ended up meeting my longtime best friend, maid of honor, will be the godmother of my kids, like Megan. That's the day that I met my very, very best friend. I mean, it's crazy how full circle this video has come for me. This video has landed me so many different opportunities. 13 when I made that living at the small town of Port Orange, Florida. And now I'm 24 and I live in New York City. And the things that I've gotten to do, so this YouTube channel, I have proven that I can do pretty like decent video content. I mean, that video kind of looks like crap compared to what I can do now, but that landed me opportunities to kind of launch my entertainment journalism career. Would reach out to celebrities and their managers and request interviews, and they'd come on my YouTube channel, and I'd either interview them in person or I'd interview them on Skype, and I would record the interview. I interviewed Asher Roth, who does the song I Love College. If you guys didn't know, fun fact, he was the first artist that Scooter Braun ever signed. And that song, I Love College, actually saved Justin Bieber's career. It's a true story. You can look it up. This video is probably already gone too long, but got to interview him in person. God, he was so great. It landed me, I'm sure it landed me into the journalism program at UF. I did like a journalism camp. It landed me into the journalism program at NYU one summer, which led me I got a personal tour of Teen Vogue and was later extended a job offer at Teen Vogue. I didn't take it because I was still in college, but still, I had someone pretty big in fashion call me up and be like, hey, can you come here? I'd love you to be my assistant. And so I'm just saying. And from then on, I started my own business, and I get to work with so many amazing people, and I've had so many great opportunities just from this video. I just wanted to sit down and reflect on this video and this day and all of my wonderful friends and classmates that were in this, and I hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing, that you know that I'm always here for you. And I love you guys truly, and I'm so grateful to have you guys, you know, even if you were just in my life for a short period of time, please know that you mean so much to me still. Guys, happy 10 years to my YouTube channel. Used to be called Official Emily Klein, now I'm NYC Emily. My plans for this channel, I'm trying to get one video a week up, so we'll see how that goes, but I would like to continue to grow this channel. So if you aren't already subscribed, it would mean so much to me if you go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You like this video, leave me a comment, drop some love, and I will see you guys next week with a new video.